Hello and welcome back everyone. Welcome to yet another project of this playlist, that is data analytics project, named as Global YouTube Statistics. So this project is about YouTube. The dataset that we'll be dealing with will be about YouTube, that is many things like subscriber, view counts, and so on and so forth. We are having above 900 different YouTube channels, their performance over a period of time, number of subscribers, comments, their interaction, from the country they originate from, and many other things. So just like always, all the code files and dataset that I'll be using as a part of this video, it will be available to you in the description. So let us get started, and right away let me tell you something about YouTube statistics. There we go. So global YouTube statistics, this is what we'll be dealing as a part of this video. Right away let us jump to overview. First thing that we'll be doing is some dataset walkthrough. Obviously, get an idea of what the dataset is all about. What are the different columns? What are their types? Are there any missing value? And so on and so forth. So that thing comes under data pre-processing, and obviously understanding the data hierarchy, it is part of the getting familiarized with the data set itself. Then exploratory data analysis, what is the story that we have to know from this particular data set, what are the different things that this data set is telling us, that is YouTube. Then obviously visualizing some of the findings, try to have a better idea of underlying trends and patterns that we have to be aware of. And obviously, is there any statistical parameter that can help us to draw an analogy of things like content creation and audience outreach, and how a channel actually grows over a period of time. That is what we'll be uncovering. Well, dataset description, I'll have much more to say about the dataset itself, but for now it is having about 1000 YouTube channels in rows and 28 columns. That those are the feature things like, again, subscriber counts, uploads, category, location, earnings, and many other things. It also includes demographic and socio-economic data of the country that it originates from, things like population, GDP, unemployment rate. I don't know, I've not seen the data set, but those are the things that I'm expecting. Now, objective here is very clear, that you have to perform some data analysis, hopefully visualize some important YouTube trends that we have to be aware of, and obviously identify things like high performing content categories and countries, right? So that is going to be our objective, and obviously it is not an exhaustive list. There will be many more things that we'll be covering. And well, these are some of the questions that we'll be exploring. Again, not an exhaustive list, but the countries that dominate the whole YouTube scene, I can right away tell you that I can expect India should be there somewhere in top 5 at least. And what are the most lucrative categories? Again, I can suspect that things like tech and mobiles and gadgets, all these things will be there in one of the most lucrative categories. Then obviously socio-economic factor of the countries, that is correlating, is there a correlation between socio-economic factor and the YouTube success. And what we can learn as a new content creator like me, how can we learn from top channels, that is also something that we'll see. And some other things, country wise ranking and trends, again not an exhaustive list, there can be much more, much less, that we can explore as a part of our project, but these are the questions that we intend to pursue. Lastly, potential use cases. So what is the point of doing this kind of project? What are the people who will get benefited? Right away you have to this is for YouTube analytics, to basically understand that what is the success factor, success mantra for top YouTube channel, and understand that what they are doing right compared to others. Then content strategy, if you are new YouTuber, what is the different strategies that you can adopt from the findings today. What are regional influencer and how do they matter, that in India maybe there are people who are who are popular in India only. Who are those creator? Then earning analysis, that is correlation between channel performance and estimated earnings. Then there will how certain categories can gain popularity over time, and how it correlated with the world event. We'll try to intend to at least explore as much as we can. And these are the libraries that I'll be using. Very simple 5 libraries, that is Pandas, NumPy, matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly. More about that when we jump to Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so here I am in my Jupyter Notebook, and right away you can see I have created this IPNB file, YouTube underscore statistics, and I have this data set as well, global YouTube statistics as well. Again, this is available to you in the description below. You can get it from there in case you want to code along with me. How you're going to code along? Obviously you have bunch of options. You can do it in entirely new device, or you can tile your window side by side and just watch me do over on one side of the window, and you can follow along on the other side. So that is on you, whatever approach that you would want to take. Now right away I'll just open this, that is YouTube underscore statistics, and here I have this column detail, which is we'll be exploring shortly, and these are again the columns that we'll be seeing in our dataset. But before we do that, right away let me import some of the libraries that we'll be using. So I'm importing Pandas SPD. I'll import Plotly dot graph underscore objects as go, import Plotly dot express as px, import warnings, import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, import Seaborn as SNS. Alright, and since we have imported the warnings, the thing that we are going to be using warnings for is to basically suppress the warnings to keep notebook clean and tidy. So I'll say right away warnings dot filter warnings, and I'll say ignore. Run that. There we go. So these are the libraries that we have. Again, Pandas, it is used to handle tabular data, that is CSV file. It provides powerful tools for data manipulation. Then we have the graph objects and Plotly graph underscore objects and Plotly.express. These are the libraries to create interactive visualization using Plotly. It is used for dashboards or hoverable charts. And then warnings we have already discussed. Matplotlib, it is again for static plots, both matplotlib and Seaborn. Right away load the dataset. So I'll say df is equal to pd.read underscore csv, and this is global YouTube statistics. This is the name of the file. Again, you have to enter the path of the file if you have located if you have placed this basically in some other location. Now this is having this encoding, which is basically Latin 1. So it is used to provide errors from special character in names, things like accents and emojis, all those things we do not want. That is why we have encoded this as Latin 1. Now if you just take this idea of what this is all about, there we go. This is the data set that we have. Right away it is quite clear that we cannot actually see entire data set here, right? So that is not possible, but what you can do is just have an idea of what these are doing. For example, rank here, this is, and I'll put this over somewhere down. There it is. So you can see that rank, it is position of the YouTube channel based on number of subscribers. Right away, T series, YouTube movies, Mr. Beast. Well, so many things are here, and apparently this is about, I think YouTube India statistics, I don't know, but this is the rank. Then you have the YouTuber, then subscriber, number of subscriber to the channel. Then you have the video views, that is total view across all videos on the channel. Then you have the category of the channel, title of the YouTube channel, that is here. Uploads, total number of videos uploaded to the channel. You can see that it is having about 20,000 T series. That is huge. How about YouTube movies? That's just one. That is again well, anyway, so we have this def, and if you take the info, I'll have all the column names. So we are done till uploads. Then you have country, abbreviation, channel types. You can see that country is country where the YouTube channel originates, abbreviation of that particular country. So perhaps duplication of information here. You can see that here country is India, abbreviation is IN, United States, it is abbreviated as US, and so on and so forth. So there are many other different countries that are also there. Then some other features as well. For example, channel type, it is type of the YouTube channel, whether it is an individual channel or it is owned by some brand. Then we have the videos views rank, that is rank of the channel based on the total video counts, that is also there. Then the country rank based on the number of subscriber, right? Channel type rank, what is the ranking of the channel based on its particular type, whether it is individual or brand. And then you have the video views for the last 30 days, lowest monthly earning, highest monthly earning, lowest yearly earning, highest yearly earning, subscriber for last 30 days, how many subscriber gained in the last 30 days. Then created year, when was it was created, that is month, when was it created, exact date. So perhaps duplication of information here, only this created date would have been sufficient. But anyway, you have this growth tertiary education enrollment. So this is the percentage of the population enrolled in the tertiary education in the country. So in that country, again, socio-economic factor here, right? So these are also here. Then the population of that particular country, what is the unemployment trend in the country, urban population, latitude, longitude, and so many things, right? So these are all the columns that we have in our data set. Great. Now right away I can see that there are some of the null values. There we go. This is having null values little bit, and some of the null values are here as well, and many other things. So what I'll do here is right away I'll say that df, I want to replace nn with pd.nn. This is pandas na for numeric columns. Again, the point here is it replaces this string na, which is just a text, not the actual na with proper missing value. I want to replace this with na here, and I want to say that this is df underscore cleaned, right? And if you run that and then check for all the this thing here again. So df dot is df cleaned dot is na dot sum is going to give you how many missing values are there. All right, so these are all missing values. Next, what you are going to do is I'm going to say that I want to just consider the numeric columns. Now if you see the values here, I just want to consider, for example, rank, subscriber, video views for last day, 30 days, and so on and so forth. So I'll say that df underscore cleaned and columns is this, right? And if you see the data type here, df underscore clean dot info, check the data type. This will tell me how many which one of them are actually the numeric columns. Basically integer and floating number are the columns that I'm looking for. So let me get that. I'll say df and in fact I'll create a new variable, numeric columns is equal to, let me copy all the columns here, and then I'll just delete one which are not required. Okay, so I'll take this entire thing. Obviously I'll have to remove YouTuber, then video views should be there, category and title both should not be there. Video views, then next is uploads, abbreviated, channel type, all of them not required. Then video views for last 30 days is what we are looking for next. Then I have okay, this is here. Then lowest monthly earning, highest monthly earning, lowest yearly earning, highest yearly earning, then subscriber for last 30 days, then created year. That again, duplication of information, also I just remove this, month and date not required, and I'll just keep unemployment rate of that particular country. Okay, so these are the only columns that I am looking for. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that for every column in this variable that is numeric columns, I want to take it and say df underscore clean column equal to pd dot to numeric, and that is df underscore cleaned and then columns, and I'll say that errors equal to coerce, right? So if you see this, what we have done basically is we have said that I am converting each column in numeric columns to numeric type, but the errors here, this is coerce. This is basically saying that invalid values like text, for example, if you are getting any string, for example, invalid values in numeric columns, you would want to put that as NN. So this is what this errors is doing. Now run that, and next what we will be doing is we'll be removing all the NA values, right? So df underscore cleaned dot drop NA, and again you can use manipulation and many other stuffs if you want to do it, feel free to do that, but for now I'll just put this as cleaned equal to this. Now if you check this, let us say df underscore cleaned dot n largest 10, then I'll say subscribers. This will tell me who are the top 10 largest subscriber on YouTube. You can see T series, Mr. Beast, Coco Melon, I don't know, Nursery Rhymes. Well, okay. Then we have Set India, Like Nastya, Via, then Nikki, so many. I'm not aware of all of them, but let me put this in, some plot here. So I'll say that this is what, this is top 10 channels with subscriber. Okay, subscribers. So I'll have to plot this out, and I'll say plt dot figure, and I'll say fixed size is equal to 12,6. Right, and I'll say sns dot bar plot, and data is equal to top 10 subscribers, and on x-axis it is equal to subscribers, on y-axis it is equal to YouTubers, right? and you can set the palette as well, option, but I'll just put that as palette as something as maybe set1. Alright, and run that. Okay, it has given me error. Let me see the error here. I could not interpret YouTuber because this is, I think, capital Y. Yeah. Right. Let me fix some of the things. I'll say this is plt.title. It is top 10 YouTube channels by subscriber. Okay, you can set X label as well, which is subscribers, and plt.y label, it is YouTube channel, right? And lastly, plt.show is going to give me this entire thing. Alright, so you can see that whatever we got, basically we have plotted this in a very nice manner. Now let us explore something else. Okay, so next thing that we have to do is we have try to plot subscriber versus video views, so that we can understand that which category maybe is having many more view counts. So let us do that, and obviously the subscriber as well. So I'll say I'm creating this object that is figure, and I'm going to be using plotly scatter plot px dot scatter, and I'll say df underscore cleaned, and then I'll say x equal to subscriber, then y is some video views, and size as some other column name, maybe video. I'll just grab the column name from here, df underscore cleaned dot columns. This will give me all the column names, and I'm just looking for this one particularly, so put that over here. Next I'll say color is based on category column. Next I'll say hover name. Hover name is the YouTuber. Alright, then I'll say hover data is coming from country, and I'll say maximum size I have to define, because countries can be very popular, very much populated as well. So this is there, and then I'll define the labels, which are subscriber. Well, labels I will keep it as it is, right? There is well, let us do that. So I'll say that subscriber, or maybe we'll worry about later on, right? Let me run this first, then we'll come back to this, all these things, right? So let me run that. I'll just say figure dot show, and you'll see that I'm getting this error that says value of hover name is not in the name of the column in data frame. For the reason for that is hover name is, I think, YouTuber, which is correct, I believe. Expected one of YouTuber, that is what we written, right? This is what we written. What happened here then? Let me put this over here. Yeah, now it's working, right? So you can see that this is a column data. Let me just fix this some amount, because it is not making sense. You can see I'm getting this entire thing in billion, which is not not at all good. So I'll try to fix that. Some of the things I will see that, first of all, that the color underscore discrete sequence is taking px dot colors dot qualitative dot set to. All right, so much more better now, right? So you can see that there are a bunch of things here. Let me put some name in this. So I'll say that this is figure dot update underscore layout, and it is taking this title text, which is equal to subscribers versus video views by category. All right, and we'll see that let me fix this. Yeah, it is looking quite good, but let me fix some of the things. On y-axis, x-axis underscore type, I'll put this as log, and y-axis underscore type is equal to log. Yeah, so much better now, right? So you can see that all of them, they are now in thousands, millions and billions. This is how we know all the channel subscriber count, basically, right? You can see the subscriber count, it is 16.18.5, 16 point whatever it is. All right, so quite a good plot here that we're able to build. Now let us try to create a distribution of the channel types in category, because you have all these categories here, but which particular category is the dominating one. So I'll say that this is maybe figure 2 is equal to px dot sunburst. All right, and it is going to take this dataset df underscore cleaned and path as channel underscore type, which is basically in this list here. All right, and then I'll say color discrete sequence px dot colors dot qualitative dot set 3 figure 2 dot update layout, and title text is equal to distribution of YouTube channel types, and I'll say figure 2 dot show is this. There you go. So again, very nice looking plot here. You can see that label is music, count is 124. So 124 channels. Again, it's a very small data set. There are just lakhs and lakhs data set out there, channels out there. So we just have this for just number of data sets here. You can see that a bunch of things in this case, right? Now here we have to I'll just put some things that height first of all is 500. That will be much more prominent. It will be much more clear what you're trying to do. Okay, so great. Now this is the plot that we got in this was the subscriber versus video views, and this was the in each category what is the how many channels are there. Now let us try to understand that what is the earning that you are getting, right? So I'll try to understand that what is the distribution of earning for different kinds of subscribers. So I'll say earnings column, I'll just filter it out. You can see that I have this earning columns over here. You can see that this is lowest monthly earning, highest monthly earning, lowest yearly earning, and highest yearly earning. So this is the 4 columns that I want. I'll copy this and say that this are earning columns is equal to this list. Alright, so I'll put this as a list here. Next, I'll say earnings underscore df is equal to df underscore cleaned, and that is taking earning columns. Let's say fig4 equal to px dot box and earnings underscore earning df, and just title I'll say that this is distribution of earnings, right? So again, it is in just remember that this earning, it is in USD. Alright, so just to be clear, and I'll say figure 4 dot show here is this. Great. So you can see that many more people, they are having quite a a high earning here, so it is really nice. Let us finally have a look at average subscriber by channel type. That is in various kinds of channel type, whether it is music, education, sports, non-profit, what is the average number of subscriber. So if someone is starting a new channel, he will be able to understand that which particular domain or which particular channel type is going to give you a higher subscriber number. Let us see how this works. So if I say df cleaned, this is the dataset that we have. So I will do a group by on channel type. That is this particular column here. So that is channel underscore type, and if you run that, well, I do not want everything here, I just want the subscriber. So I will just select that particular column, that is subscribers column name, and then I'll take the mean out of it. Run that, and you can see that I'm getting the mean subscriber number for every channel type. Once I have this, I'll now take the sorted series. So sort underscore values is ascending equal to false, because I want top 10, thereby I have to put this in descending order. You can see that these are the things that I'm getting. Now what I'm going to do is I'll say this entire thing, I will just plot this out. I'll say dot plot, and kind I will say as bar. You can see that for every subscriber I am getting some number here, that is average subscriber name on the y-axis, and this on the x-axis, it is the channel type. So I'll just try to do it formally. I'll say this is plt dot title, this is the same thing, that is average subscriber by channel type, and I'll say plt dot x label, it is average subscribers. Plt dot y label, it is sorry, this is actually on y-axis, so this is y label, and this particular one, it is x-axis, which is basically nothing but channel type, and I'll say plt dot show as this. Okay, so this, you can see that music is the best one, then you have the education, then sports and all that. Let me see if we can fix the orientation here somehow. If you do that, orient is equal to h, not going to work. Anyway, you can keep it as it is. It is interpretable definitely, so you can have this average subscriber count. Now lastly, let us try to understand that what is subscriber versus yearly earnings. So is it going to matter that if you have a higher subscriber, is it going to translate into higher earnings? That is what we are trying to interpret. Let us do that. So I'll say that I'll use SNS this time, right? And again, what we are doing here is basically subscriber, and you can use the, you can type the full form here. I'm just using the short form subscriber as highest versus highest yearly earning, right? And here you'll say SNS dot scatter plot, and then you pass in data is equal to df underscore cleaned, and on x-axis I want subscribers, on y-axis I want this to be highest yearly earning. I'll have to actually borrow this name from here. I'll copy this and put this back in this case. There we go. Then you will see that this is x and y, and then hue is category, and try to run this. Well, this is what you're getting. I'll fix some of the things here because not very good in terms of interpretation. I'll first say that I have alpha that is 0.7, and I'll also say plt dot x scale, and what this is doing basically is, if you see the explanation, it is doing nothing but it is going to set the scale, whatever the scale that you have, and there are linear scale, log scale, symmetrical log scale, and so on and so forth. What I'm using here is the log scale, so I want to put this everything on the logarithmic scale, right? This L should be small case, and then similarly plt dot y scale is log again. All right, put the title. This is again subscriber, write full form subscriber versus highest yearly earnings. Then you can say plt dot x label, it is subscribers log scale. Then plt dot y label is highest yearly earnings and log scale. Then you'll have plt dot legend, then you'll say that this is bb box to anchor is equal to 1.05 comma 1, and location equal to upper left. Then you'll say plt dot tight layout, and lastly I'll say plt dot show is this. I have to fix one more thing because it is very getting congested here, so I'll just put a fixed size right at the top. I'll say plt dot figure, and this would be fixed size and 10,6. There we go. So this apparently is very clear that it doesn't translate to higher yearly earning. If you have more subscriber, then it doesn't mean that you are bound to earn more. That depends on obviously the content that you're having. So there's a tip here that do not go after the subscriber. It is very opposite to what you have been hearing, that all those silver plates and silver button and gold button and all those things, those are good, but really at the end of the day, as far as your earning is concerned, it is not going to be dependent on the subscriber, because anyway people watch the video regardless whether they are subscribed to you or not. If it is a good content, they will stick to it. If that is not a good content, they will move away from this. So this is about subscriber. Let us lastly try to understand that what is maybe subscriber distribution, that is distribution of subscriber gained in the last 30 days, right? So I will, because we have that column, if you remember, subscriber for last 30 days, if I can show you that, I think, yeah, this is not this one. I had yeah, there it is, subscriber for last 30 days. This is what we are trying to get. I'll just copy this right away, and here I'll say that plt.figure, and then I'll have fixed size is equal to 10 by 6, and then I will try to plot this out. Histogram plot is going to be df cleaned, and the column itself would be go here. Then bins is equal to 30, because it's a 30 days, so 30 days. And then we have kde equal to true. All right, and then I'll also say, well, let us run this first. Great, so this is what we're getting. Let us try to fix some of the things here, because not really good, not very intuitive, because we just have you can see that we are having very skewed histogram here. So let us try to fix some of the things here. First thing right away is I will say that plt.xlimit is going from 0 to 4, and you'll see plt.xlabel is distribution of subscribers gained in last 30 days. Y label is frequency. plt.tight layout is there, and I'll say plt.show as well. Oh, that's horrible. What happened? Let me fix this. Let me just see what happened. Oh, e to the power. All right, obviously since we have not changed the scale here, so that is going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6. Is that enough? Yeah, I think so. Yes, now it is much more clear. All right, so this is what we are getting. I'll just try to zoom out a little bit, and you can see that this is what you're getting in terms of this subscriber. This is, I'll try to fix this as well. I'll try to put this as 6 by 6. Is it going to be good? No. I'll have to put this as maybe 12 by 4. Yeah, much more better. Alright, so you can see this is the histogram that I'm getting, and it is clearly telling me that frequency, it is much lesser. The distribution, you do not expect too many of the subscriber, and again we are taking everything into account. That is all the channels that we got in our dataset, we are taking all of them into account. Okay then, so thank you, and thanks if you are still here till the very end of the video. That means you have done that. Now obviously we have not covered everything that can be done in this dataset, because again my intention is to keep this video not above 1 hour. But if you are interested in learning data analytics or machine learning or deep learning or any other technologies that is coming through in domain of data and AI, feel free to explore my LinkedIn page, where I take these courses, and obviously these are live training courses, these are not recorded lecture. With that in mind, let us wind up today's session. I'll hope to see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.